What's up, guys? Welcome back.
Welcome to the Unfazed Review Podcast. I'm Ben.
And I'm Emmett.
Thanks for joining us. Tonight's a special treat for you. It's a spontaneous podcast.
The Surprisecast.
Yeah,
The Spur of the Moment cast.
Yeah, we just we were together working on a different video, and we thought, let's do a podcast.
Why not? Why not? Yeah.
Let's do it.
We just did our usual round. We each had a good draft beer and stogie, and it was perfect combination. We timed it kind of perfectly, and it was just the right amount. Feeling good.
Nice, yeah.
Unfortunately, we had to film this during the Coyotes game, but we're going to keep tabs. Oh, man.
Where are we at?
They're going to 2-0, but they're going to pull through.
I mean, it's only at the end of the first, so
yeah,
we'll be fine. But versus the Ducks.
The Ducks.
You hate the Ducks. You hate the fucking
Ducks.
Yeah.
Fuck the Ducks. But we'll be eyeing that. But anyway, we're just going to do our usual thing and go through the news.
Yeah.
We should have a little news thing. Like something unfazed going around the world.
Yeah. And it crashes into the earth. Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's actually a little chilly tonight, too. For like today, it's ironic. It was like 83.
Yeah.
I was getting a little sweaty, and then it's like as soon as the sun goes down, it's like, whoa.
Desert weather is so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's always like that.
Bunch of jackalopes.
You got to change your outfit like 3 times.
Yeah.
To get with the...
Which I already do anyway.
Yeah.
I'm a fashionista, you know? But.
That outfit is so noon. Now it's 9 p.m. All right, so the first thing is Alex Trebek's TV wardrobe was just donated to men who are homeless or leaving jail.
Very nice.
It's hilarious to me. It's a fine use of it, but yeah, I mean, they're going to come out looking like the spirit of Jeopardy. We offer you this clue. These garments belong to host Alex Trebek before his son, Matthew Trebek, donated them to formerly incarcerated men.
So you're going to have a lot of very spiffy-looking ex-cons and homeless guys.
Yeah. 300 neckties, 58 dress shirts, 25 polo shirts,
wow,
15 belts, 14 suits, and 9 sports coats.
I feel like that's a dude that's going to have a lot of suits in his closet.
Yeah.
Alex Trebek, I mean, think about it. Like...
Yeah. And they're going to be nice suits, which is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be exactly like that Seinfeld episode, the puffy shirt, if you guys know Seinfeld, where he agrees to wear this shirt sort of begrudgingly on this on some talk show.
Yeah, it's like a Good Morning show.
Yeah. And he like blows up on the show and actually talks like says he hates it.
Yeah.
He comes out, he's like, actually, I don't like this shirt at all. I think it's stupid.
She's a lot of time.
Yeah. And so, like, the whole clothing line goes under or whatever, and they end up giving, like, 300 of these puffy shirts to homeless guys.
It's beautiful.
It's exactly the same situation.
It's the same thing.
It's so funny.
You got to figure those would be nice. They'd be all fitted and everything.
It is actually really sweet, though, because, I mean, the one thing, I mean, I don't know, but the one thing you always imagine is going to be tough for, like, a homeless person that's trying to get their life back together is not only to get, like, a nice shave and a haircut, but a nice suit for, like, a job interview.
Totally.
So they're all going to come out of it. Out of jail or out of homelessness or whatever, looking good so they can get their life back together.
But the question is, will they make it in Final Jeopardy? I don't know.
They're going to start asking lots of things in the form of a question.
Yeah. What is I can't go within 100 feet of a school, Alex?
Beautiful. All right, this one is interesting. The Beach Boys sell the rights to their intellectual property. Dang, okay.
It's going to be a lot of dinero.
Are they just going cold turkey? There they are, goofy-looking bunch.
Good guys.
Love them.
I guess the only one who was actually like a surfer and embodied the Beach Boys vibe out of the entire band was Dennis Wilson, who tragically passed away and actually ironically drowned in the early 80s.
Ooh.
And he got like he was hammered, partying with his friends, jumping off a dock, and I guess he hit his head coming up. And he was underwater for like 15 minutes, and they couldn't find him because the water was so murky, and he died. And if you ever get a chance to look up Dennis Wilson's music solo, he cut only one official album, and then he did, I think, like the Bamboo Sessions or something like that. And it was like, so technically 2 albums out there, but he was really good. And I think had he survived, he would have done some really interesting stuff musically.
Why does that happen all the time?
It's frustrating. It's really
all the time.
Yeah.
Like the best guy is always the one that just dies in some freak accident.
He was the drummer of the band, and he was the first one actually to make a solo album, even before Brian Wilson or anyone, and or Mike Love.
Sad.
And he had so much fucking potential, man. Like Dennis Wilson, check out his stuff.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Beach Boys have sold their rights to their intellectual property. I'm assuming that means all their songs and everything.
Yeah.
Becoming the latest artist to hand over their copyright to another party. In recent months, the likes of Bob Dylan, Neil Young, Stevie Nicks, and Lindsey Buckingham have all sold off their rights to their back catalog.
I saw Stevie Nicks did hers, so that included Fleetwood Mac stuff and solo stuff, and it was for like an insane amount of money. And she didn't even sell it all. I think she sold like something like over 50%.
Yeah.
And it was like, $100 million or some crazy shit like that.
Well, I'm sure they got a shitload of money.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's kind of time. It's the same thing. I mean, I know he regrets it, but it's kind of like George Lucas selling Star Wars. Like, what else am I going to do?
And my thing is, it's like, in a weird way, it's like, you're making a ton of money, and that gives it the opportunity to have a new life with a new generation of people. Because if they're going to get the copyright, rights to the music, they're going to be able to introduce it to a whole new generation of people through movies and TV and stuff. And
it's very
advertising,
true.
Which is kind of cool.
This is such a company CEO thing to say, but the company CEO, Olivier Chastain, told Rolling Stone the Beach Boys, in a sense, are not just a band, they're a lifestyle. They're a consumer brand. And they've never really exploited that. Yeah, that's such a shitty CEO thing to say.
Yeah.
But
so I guarantee you they're like only familiar with like one song, and they're just like, money.
Oh yeah. Money.
But
yeah, that's interesting. That totally makes sense. But yeah, it's almost, I would say, I mean, I can't really speak to this, but I would imagine it feels almost like a weight has lifted, you know?
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
You're like, Beach Boys is officially behind
Done.
me. It's not me anymore.
Yep.
I can move on to whatever. I don't know how old these guys are. They're probably really fucking old.
Yeah, they got. I mean, they were popular late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah.
And then they continuously made music, through the decades. But they got to be 70s in their 70s.
It's almost better than like
maybe 80s.
Being 80 and trying to still play shows. You know?
Yeah. Well, I know Brian Wilson was still touring as of 2019 and doing Beach Boys stuff. So I don't know if that means he's still going to be able to perform those songs, if he's done.
Interesting.
If it's like, I don't know.
Wow.
But interesting stuff. On the topic of Beach Boys, I told you this before, but Love and Mercy, if you like the Beach Boys, is a really good movie all about Brian Wilson, and it has John Cusack and Paul Dano in it, playing old and young, or older and younger Brian Wilson. And even if you're not a huge fan of the band, super good movie just in general, and just for fans of music in general, like really good movie.
That's sick. I'll check that out.
Love and Mercy.
Ducks are now 3-0. Yeah, they just scored.
Oh.
What are they? Yeah, 3-0. Ducks scored.
Oh.
Come on, Ekman Larson. You gotta get in there.
Get in there, boys.
All right, but yeah, I think they made the right decision there. Honestly.
Yeah.
All right, this is
beautiful. It said, inside Floyd Mayweather's 44th birthday bash with models in skin-tight silver outfits and the legend arriving in whatever style. But,
European.
Yeah. my thing is, it's like, I just love... Oh, a $2 million Bugatti. My thing is, it's like, I love seeing this. It's like, I feel like in our modern era where everyone's like so against that, you got all these boxers and MMA guys that are just like overindulgent and partying, and I love it.
I love it.
Like,
Floyd is looking like a pimp.
Like Floyd Mayweather going out and having a good time with these models. I'm like, good. That's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what he's supposed to do. Like, that's amazing.
Oh, it's great.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's so cool.
These hot girls
I would do the
and
same
skin
thing.
tight. It's like, yeah.
More power to him.
Do it. Enjoy yourself.
This is what surrounded... Oh, where did it go?
But I feel like now they're like, people like act like they frown upon that, but like, he should be able to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
And the girls look like they're having a great time.
The futuristic theme in Florida.
It's very cool. It's very cool.
Good for him. That's
$2 million
awesome.
Bugatti. I mean, come on.
That's sick. TMZ report that the guests at the 32,000 square foot revenue followed coronavirus protocol for receiving temperature checks. Very nice. They're being safe. You can't...
Partying down?
Yeah. Oh, man. They saw rappers like Rick Ross and President Joe Biden's brother, James.
I didn't know you had a brother.
Okay, that's weird, yeah.
It's an odd combo.
Partying with Mayweather. What an interesting group of
Yeah.
people. What the hell? Neither wore face coverings or social distance. Oh, no.
Corn Pop was there, too.
But it's true. But state rules in Florida do not require either. Oh, yeah. Florida's been like the ultimate...
Super lax.
Rebellion, yeah.
Super lax, yeah.
There was a British stripper, Anna Monroe, who has been romantically linked to Mayweather. So anyway, it sounds like he's having a good time.
Yeah.
love him.
It just does my heart good to see
Yeah.
that. Because it's like, I feel like, I don't know, everyone's so stuffy. It's like, I just want to see classic, like, celebrities partying.
Yeah.
You know?
This is two things I have to say about this. Jennifer Lawrence is rumored to join Marvel's Fantastic Four reboot. First of all, I don't know why they're having so much trouble getting the Fantastic Four together, because they're like the classic.
Yeah. They have a hard time with the Fantastic Four.
They really do. I don't know why.
When I was a kid, I enjoyed the one with Jessica Alba.
Yeah, that was fun.
Michael Chiklis,
That was fun. Yeah.
And Chris Evans, everyone forgets.
Yeah, I know.
He was Human Torch.
Flame,
yeah. He was Human Torch. I enjoyed that, at the time when it came out. Now
wow,
it's
you're
like,
really hot. Thank you. So are you.
Yeah. But now it's like it's probably not going to hold up. But
Man.
it was fun when I was like 10.
So what does that mean? She's going to be the Invisible Woman?
Probably. But like, quit recycling these people.
Yeah.
Give someone else a chance. Like, you already Mystique and you fucked it up.
She really, I don't know why the old Mystique was so good.
She was great.
I mean, she didn't have a huge part, but like, she was good.
Perfect.
And there was that one role, or that one movie, I think the end of one of the movies, where they de-mutant her.
She's so beautiful.
And she was like, it was interesting to see her like humanized like that, and she was like vulnerable, and she just did a really good job.
Yeah,
it was kind of understated and good. That's what Mystique should be.
And there was something kind of dangerous about her.
Yeah.
When I saw that with Jennifer Lawrence, I didn't buy it at all.
Yeah, she was cool. Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence was just Jennifer. I don't know. She was just Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
but she was kind of like Mystique was like threatening, but also you could tell she had a little bit of humanity, and it was cool. It was
totally.
cool. So this is. I'm just sick.
I think it's a bad direction.
Yeah, it's a really bad direction.
Yeah, the only thing I ever liked Jennifer Lawrence in was American Hustle.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And even then, I felt she was a little young for the role.
Yeah, I agree with
that.
But
I that's the only thing I really appreciated her in, where I was like, oh, that was good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Oh, we were talking about this earlier.
Ooh, yeah.
United States airline flight suffers engine failure, sending debris falling onto neighborhoods outside of Denver.
Holy shit.
Crazy.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's just, I don't even know what that is, but there's this huge hunk of metal.
It would be like on the front of the turbine.
Yeah.
God
damn.
So yeah, it was basically this United Airlines flight that their right engine went out and was on fire, and they were up above Denver, and immediately like, Mayday, Mayday, gotta land. And what's crazy about this, thank God, no one was killed on the plane, everyone lived, and no one was hurt down below, because pieces of the engine were falling in people's yards and in the streets and on people's, all around this neighborhood, and no one was hurt, no one was killed, and thank God. And the crazy thing is about this flight, it was its destination was, I believe, Honolulu.
Yeah.
So that's like a 6 or more hour flight over the ocean. Imagine if that would have gone 2 hours later over the ocean.
Yeah.
They would have been fucked. So that was really miraculous.
The landing of that thing is unbelievable. It's right in front of a house.
Yeah.
It's really a miracle that no one was hurt.
It's amazing. And those are heavy, too.
God damn.
Like,
shit just went everywhere, basically.
Yeah.
And no one was hurt.
You can look at footage from on the plane, too. Some people got it of the actual, engine while it was on fire, and terrifying, dude. You could hear the pilot's voice. He's like, Mayday, 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 we gotta land now. Like, he was still being calm, but you could tell he was kind of like, we're not fucking around.
Passenger heard a boom. God, God. I hate planes already. If I heard a boom, I think I'd lose it.
And then you look out and the engine's falling apart.
Oh, man.
And there were pieces of it in the street, pieces that could have killed someone easily.
It looks like the front of a pod racer or something.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Oh, man.
My thing is just thank God no one was hurt, and thank God it wasn't over the ocean when it happened.
I quote, there was a big boom. Yeah, really. And the kind of sound you don't want to hear when you're on the airplane. Yeah, for sure. And I instantly put up my shade, and I was pretty frightened to see that the engine on my side was missing. That makes a lot of sense. I'd be thinking similarly.
Jeez. I'd be freaking out.
We were just glad we weren't over the ocean, because that's where we were heading.
Yeah.
Although I've heard that apparently it's better to be over the ocean. You can, I don't know if they have floaties or whatever, but
you'd rather land in water than on the Rocky Mountains. But my thing is, if you're that far out, man. Literally, if you're like 3 hours out over the Pacific, how the fuck are they going to find you?
Yeah,
it's like, and then you also got to contend with the possibility of, let's say, if you're lucky enough to actually get out of the plane and be floating, you got to worry about like sharks and stuff too.
Very true. Yeah. So I guess I was just thinking the initial crash, but everything afterward would suck.
Oh, you'd much rather land in water. Yeah, you'd much rather land in water. Yeah.
But then, you're right. The scope of the ocean would really fuck them up.
Yeah, but anyway, if it had to happen, they lucked out. That was a good situation.
And then I don't know how.
And then it's like, my thing is, they just get on another plane and go to Honolulu.
Yeah, I was about to say, how do you deal with that psychologically? Do you just I don't know. Anyone who survived the plane crash, how long it took them to get on another plane again?
Yeah, I guarantee you, if they're because it sounds like they shuttled them to get another flight. Yeah. It's like, how many people are like, well, vacation's over.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get on a plane again ever.
Yeah. I remember one time. This is like a completely minute version of this. But my dad had this old RV, and we decided to RV over to California, and we got on the I-10 or something, and a rock went through the top window, and it shattered it, and that X'd the trip for us.
Really?
We went back, because we couldn't go the rest of the way with this whole but we didn't even
Like
try to go
through
back.
the skyline?
It was like
or like
it's hard to describe. There was like the
Like- or like in the
above the driver's area.
Yeah.
There was like a bed,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
there's a
the light or the window in front.
Yeah, and it
Okay.
went through that, and that just like that
All right,
canceled
now-
the whole
now
thing.
just imagine that 30,000 feet up in the air. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't imagine getting back on another plane
Yeah.
immediately. I'd be like, no, we're done.
It would depend. It
Yeah.
would depend. I feel like realistically, I would probably be like, no, I'm staying. That's a sign. But imagine if you were with like 4 other people and you're like, well, I took 2 weeks off.
Yeah,
and be
right,
like, and we
right,
got
right.
reservations and we
Yeah.
paid for everything. I'd be like,
Yeah.
is it too late to book a
But
cruise?
I'd feel like, again, mentally, that whole experience would be a trip in itself. So I'd
Yeah.
just be like, I'm going home, you know?
yeah.
you know?
Well, you'd probably be so grateful to be alive. You'd
Yeah.
be like, do we get back on another one?
Exactly, yeah.
Can we switch airlines? Is it too
Wow.
late? Like,
I don't know if I ever told anyone this, or me and Max ever told anyone this.
You're a pilot?
We actually, I'm a pilot. when we went to DC to film Wes Johnson's part for Balloon in Real Life 2, our flight was like delayed by like 12 hours at least. Like
Oh,
it was
wow.
delayed by a hell of a lot.
damn.
And,
Did you stay in the airport the whole time?
Yeah, we
Wow.
did. Like, if it had been anything else, I probably wouldn't have gone home. We were like, we have to shoot this
Yeah.
part. Like, we're bound to.
So you
this.
stayed at Sky Harbor?
Yeah, we stayed at Sky Harbor like over the night. And who is it that was it? Larry Fitzgerald was there on the plane.
Oh, was he?
And he was like the chillest one there. Like everyone was kind of freaking out. Max and I were like,
you waited on the plane?
well, partially, but we went back on and off like 3 or 4 times.
Okay, and Fitzgerald was there?
Yeah, and he was
That's
just
cool.
chilling. He was like on his phone playing games,
Huh.
and everyone else was like, being like yelling at the whoever. And
probably
he
so
was,
used to travel.
Yeah, and he was just like
Yeah.
silent playing his game for like 12 hours.
Probably so used to
I thought it was
travel.
hilarious. Yeah,
And also, he's probably very well disciplined as an athlete.
yeah, probably. I just thought it was hilarious. But like even in that situation, if it had been. I don't know, if it had been anything else, I would have gone home and just slept.
Yeah.
But we were like, fuck, we gotta do this.
Dedicated,
So,
yeah.
And we like barely. We were gonna like meet him and get lunch or something, and we had to like kind of reschedule that and push it back a little bit. And we felt really bad because we was West and we were meeting him for the first time. But I mean, it ended up being okay. But
You guys had a good time. You ended up going to the hockey game, too.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
super fun.
Yeah.
And there were it would have been so fun if you came along with us on that
next
because
time,
they were
next time.
because at the rink they were handing out.
I think I was working.
free. I think you were. I think you were too.
Yeah.
They were handing out free booze.
Oh.
And so Max and I just got ripped and we watched the hockey game and
sounds
Wes was
amazing.
announcing. It was so cool.
That's
yeah.
badass. That's badass.
And that was like
Edmonton Oilers?
yeah. And that was like just hours within getting off the plane. So
That's awesome.
it kind of and we slept on the plane obviously.
Yeah. You
But,
got to. You got to.
yeah,
if you
but yeah.
can. There's been a few times where I've been so exhausted on flights where it's just like, I have to sleep. Like, if I'm going to get through this, like, I got to just,
Yeah.
like, knock out, you know?
You'd think at this point, 2021, we'd be air travel will be more like zippy. You know?
think,
There's
yeah.
always like these long delays, fucking explosions.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, they fucked it up with the, what was the one that could, like, almost break the speed of sound?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The, like, weird goose-looking one?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
The-
I forget what it's called. Yeah.
But I guess it crashed and like had some horrific things, so they canceled them. What the fuck was that called? The Concorde.
The Concorde. Yeah.
The type was retired in 2003, 3 years after the crash of Air France Flight 4590, in which all passengers and crew were killed. Holy fuck! But my thing is, it's like, why 3 years later? It's like one thing that was cool about the Concorde, though. One thing that like really sold it and made it like super popular was Phil Collins was able to do a show. I think it was in the 80s. I think it was in the 80s where he did one in the UK. And then he was able to fly out and that same day do a concert in New York.
Shit.
And it's like, that's how quick that fucking
That's
plane
badass.
was. Like the same
Yeah.
freaking day. The same freaking day.
Yeah.
So
I'm like, isn't it like a James Bond movie or something where there's like a double-decker plane and everyone's like getting drinks and
Everyone's
shit?
partying,
I don't
yeah.
even know if those really exist, but that'd
They
be sick
did.
as fuck.
They
If
did,
I would
yeah.
love to be on a plane like that.
and they also had those in the beginning of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
she's like walking up the staircase
Oh,
and they're,
that's sick,
they're
yeah.
drinking. But
Man.
all right, guys. Well, it's time for a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Hey, where's the cream filling? Now that's the stuff. off. Hostess.
Get out of the way! Come on! Don't get that, Frank.
It could be the office.
Yeah, let it rain.
Hello? Baxter! It's Baxter!
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow Mix brand cat food has a variety of 4 delicious flavors cats love. In fact, it's the only cat food that tastes so good, cats ask for it by name.
Meow, meow, meow.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back. So we just saw during the commercial break that Mayweather bought some diamond-encrusted Rolex for his grandchild, right?
His like 5-day-old grandson.
The perfect thing to see, just after what we had talked about. That's hilarious.
I'm
dude.
sorry, 5-week-old grandson.
5-week-old grandson.
He's got this little fist with this giant.
That's so funny. Ooh,
gigantic-
Coyotes are pulling ahead. It's 3-3 now.
Oh, 3-3.
All right, we will see. Keep an eye
Halfway through, guys.
on that. All right. Well, you want to just move right along, or
Yeah. Whatever you want to talk about.
let's do it.
I'm down.
This
Just
is
doing my thing.
this is weird. We're getting into the science portion.
Oh, put on your thinking caps.
Talked about AI last time. Very scary.
Yeah, people seem to really eat
And
that up.
yeah, good. Well, yeah, it's a scary thing, and the other scary thing that is different but similar in its consequences, I think, is scientists clone the first U.S. endangered species, which is cool. But I don't know about you, but I completely forget that cloning is a real thing that
a real
goes on.
thing,
You know, I
yeah,
still think of it as like Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
I always think of Dolly the sheep. That was the
Yeah.
first one I ever learned about. I remember that in our science books, and it's like Dolly was
Yeah.
like this. I don't know how healthy she was. She always looked a little strange, a little fucked up, poor thing. But I don't know. Yeah, this is interesting. It's interesting stuff.
The black-footed ferret was duplicated from the genes of an animal that died more than 30 years ago. Oh, it's a beautiful baby.
It's cute. It's like a little ferret. It is a ferret.
It looks like a stuffed animal. Cheyenne, Wyoming. Scientists have cloned the first U.S. endangered species of black-footed ferret, yes. The slinky predator named Elizabeth Ann.
Oh, Slinky.
Oh, Elizabeth Ann.
The Slinky Predator podcast.
Oh, born December 10th and announced Thursday. Is cute as a button, but watch out. Unlike the domestic ferret foster mom who carried her into the world, she's wild at heart. You might have been handling a black-footed ferret kit, and then they try to take your finger off the next day. U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service Black-Footed Ferret Recovery Coordinator,
Oh, wow.
Pete Gober, that's a long title, said Thursday. She's holding her own. Elizabeth Ann, such a cute name for a ferret, was born and is being raised at a Fish and Wildlife Service Black-Footed Ferret breeding facility.
So she's the only one?
Yeah, I guess she's the first of her...
Wow.
The first of the new era of,
It'd be cool if they could do it with the endangered like striped tiger, like you know that one
Yeah.
that was like either there's footage of it from like the early 1920s,
Yeah.
and then it's been extinct since then,
Yeah.
and it's like I don't know what kind of tiger it was, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
It was like that like long faced tiger.
Yeah, scary. See, this is the chilling part, literally. She's a genetic copy of a ferret named Willa, who died in 1988 and whose remains were frozen in the early days of DNA technology.
Yeah, Willa was part of that club scene in the 80s, and she OD'd on coke.
Cloning eventually could bring back extinct species such as the passenger pigeon, who cares? For now, the technique holds promise for helping endangered species, including the Mongolian wild horse that was cloned last summer, born in a Texas facility. Jesus.
Oh, it's crazy. Crazy to think about.
Yeah. Biotechnology and genomic data can really make a difference on the ground with conservation efforts, says Ben Novak,
Hey, good man.
lead scientist with Revive and Restore, a biotechnology-focused conservation nonprofit that coordinated the ferret and horse clonings. Man,
What do you
okay.
do? I clone ferrets.
Lack of genetic diversity presents an ongoing risk, however. All ferrets reintroduced so far are the descendants of just 7 closely related animals.
Whoa.
Genetic similarity that makes today's ferrets potentially susceptible to intestinal parasites and disease such as sylvatic plague.
Ferrets are stinky.
Yeah, they're stinky.
We had a ferret in our 7th grade science class. The thing stunk, man.
That's so sad. It was very cute, though.
It was very cute, but stinky.
Yeah.
Stinky pancakes.
Willa could have passed along her genes the usual way, too, but a male born to her name Cody didn't do his job, quote unquote, and her lineage died out, said Gober.
He just wasn't that into her.
Yeah, he thought she was ugly. When Willa died, the Wyoming Game and Fish Department sent her tissues to a frozen zoo. God, that's creepy. Frozen zoo, run by the San Diego Zoo Global, that maintains cells for more than 1,100 species and subspecies worldwide. Eventually, scientists may be able to modify those genes to help cloned animals survive, to make them more diverse and so forth, to help them be more sustainable in the world.
Otter pups.
Otter Pops, that's exactly what we're talking about. The one thing I know about clones and the problem that was had early on, and I think you mentioned one of the early ones looked sort of sickly.
Yeah, Dolly the sheep.
Yeah, because our DNA has a set age, and so even if you clone something, it'll be a baby, but
Yeah.
its DNA will still be old. So it could be like a baby, but if its DNA is actually 35,
It's weird.
then when it's 35, it'll be like the equivalent of 90 or something, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really weird. It's creepy how that stuff works. I don't know how
odd.
they've gone around that. I don't know how they've fixed that.
I feel like they'd have like really short lives.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's kind of inhumane. But I hope...
Maybe they'll work it out. Maybe
Yeah.
they're working out the kinks, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and this quote says, with these cloning techniques, you can basically freeze time and regenerate those cells.
Wow.
So I guess you can reverse the process.
How long until you think they start doing it with people? Well, at least until they tell us about it.
Honestly, I mean, it's more of a...
So it's so far off, I think.
I feel like I know they can do it, but it's
Yeah.
really just a moral question.
Yeah.
And I think the answer is we should never.
Yeah.
You know, but
And my thing is, it's like they're going to come out looking like them, but they're going to have their own unique personalities.
yeah, it's gonna be weird.
So it's going to be
weird,
a lot of gray area. But anyway,
Yeah.
rolling on.
I mean, yeah. Well, lastly, I just want to say there is the whole question of nature versus nurture, right?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think everyone's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
We definitely. It's just obvious that you retain some personality traits from your dad or your mom
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
I'm a lot like my dad in a lot of ways. Max is a lot
Yep.
like her mom in a lot of ways.
Yep.
I'm sure you notice that too with your parents.
Yep.
But then you're right. At the same time, our personal experiences also determine who we are and who we become.
100%,
So it would be interesting to see the difference between the original and a clone.
Gotta tell you guys, a shit ton of fucking noise tonight. It's like, I'm gonna be real with you. Every 3 minutes, there's been something when we try to come back from our commercial break, and it's really fucking irritating. It's like leaf blowers, people, they're street sweepers. Like, what the fuck, man? People banging gongs. I don't know what's going on.
It's
dude.
usually very zen at this complex, but tonight it's been quite a racket.
It's usually quite zen,
Yeah.
and now it's quite the ruckus.
Anyway, it looks like they're fading away.
Fuck 'em.
But yeah, in movies like The Island and stuff, if you've seen that, like the original is actually kind of a douchebag, and then the clone is like trying to discover why he was made, and you're almost sympathetic for the clone because
Yeah.
it wasn't his choice or whatever. And they're completely different people. But I think more realistically, more terrifyingly, there might be a lot of similarities too.
Yeah.
But I hope we never find out. I genuinely hope we never find out.
That's a dark path to go
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
That's getting
yeah.
into that weird, like we were talking about, the dangers of AI.
Right.
This is like a whole nother basket of weirdness.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But anyway,
Scary stuff.
next one, Spider-Man 3.
Complete change of pace here.
See what Willem Dafoe could look like as Green Goblin in the MCU. So basically, it's one of those fan art pieces, to see what Willem would look like in the next, newer Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
But if they brought him back in any capacity, I think it would be really cool. Honestly, originally they wanted to make him in the 2002 Spidey. They wanted to make him more of a, like makeup and prosthetics on the face and look like
right.
he morphed into the Goblin.
Yeah.
And then they vetoed that, and they ended up, giving him the metallic mask.
The suit is good. I like the suit.
Yeah, the suit is good. It's more believable.
In the Amazing Spider-Man series, they tried to go that way with Hobgoblin, where
Yeah.
they gave him prosthetics. It looked like shit. It looked terrible.
Yeah.
So I think they went the right route here.
Yeah.
And that more resembled that version of his character. Well,
Yeah.
he was still Norman Osborn, but
Yeah.
then he had this like inner demon. So it was more of it wasn't a literal thing as much it was like a psychological thing.
Yeah, Battle Ravage Spidey, man, that was like the coolest.
Yeah.
Toby with his like torn mask and the eye coming out.
Yeah. That
So
was
cool,
sick.
man. Are those sirens?
There's literally a sirens just went off.
And then rolling thunder over here. Dude,
What is going on tonight?
What is it with tonight? Nothing but noise, dude.
Anyway,
Sirens, the people with their wheelbarrows.
we
fucking
persevere.
Street sweepers, my god.
Domino's employees who work through Texas Storm earn praise online. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this one, it's kind of like, yeah, they're working hard, but come on.
Yeah. Look, there they are. Look.
I feel like they do that between shifts anyway. Like, they just sleep there. Yeah. Good for them.
Yeah.
Need to make more money.
We do love praising the working class, which is nice. It is a hard. I mean, we've all been there. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, I worked in restaurants. It's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, good for them. But and I do agree with what they're saying. Raise the minimum wage. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
It's just because of this picture. This picture is so like.
Yeah. They look defeated.
Journalist. Yeah.
But my thing is, it's like, well, they're working.
It doesn't look like they're really working that much. Look at the shit on the
guy's sleeping.
Yeah.
He's like chilling, kicking back.
There's like no. It looks like shit.
Yeah.
There's like barely any food in the thing. I don't know.
And my thing is, it's like, how high was the demand for pizza at that point? You know.
Look at the post under this. This is what it looks like when we've worked our hardest. This is us, Domino's, working hard, serving you during this crisis. Every pizza place were closed. We were open for 4 hours. 4 hours. And what a weekend worth of food to serve gone within that time. Countless orders. Countless people yelling at us. Countless times we tried to say we're sorry.
We lost a lot of good men.
This is us when we ran out of food and couldn't serve no more. We didn't even have food to serve ourselves. We gave up our rewards to serve you. We gave up our safety to drive here.
You didn't have to.
We gave up our time to be here. We risked it all to serve y'all.
Okay, you now you're being self-righteous.
Yeah, there was really there's no point. You knew there was no point. You just kind of you wanted to keep going to work because you wanted the money, and as would anyone.
And
that's fine.
And if it was that dangerous, stay home.
But they're acting like Domino's is like this
savior.
Yeah, it's
only
like
there
it's
for
like
4
holding
hours.
up
Only
all
there for
society.
4 hours. Come on, man. I
Please understand.
could see if it was a 12-hour shift, but come on.
I know. Yeah,
4 hours. Come on.
We work hard not because we have to, but because we want to. No, you don't. You work because you wanted to keep getting the bills, and I totally understand that. But don't pretend like everyone needs Domino's.
Yeah.
You soldier through.
And honestly, if the other
crisis.
pizza places were open, we would have gone to those.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I know we're like the bad guys for our take on this, but that's just silly. It's just silly.
Well, my thing is, it's like it's the whole.
This is us,
the
Domino's.
whole I'm a savior thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's annoying. Everything annoys me.
Man, I wish I was working those kinds of jobs when you got like praised for it all the time.
Yeah, I did.
People are usually just kind of shitty to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I didn't go and cry about it on TikTok and get 100 million views. Yeah. But I guess that's an option now. Cool. Lean into it.
Yeah.
Lean into it.
Yeah, I'd lean into it. Maybe.
It's funny how our mood changed after we had all these interruptions. We were like going with a good flow, and then it's like interruption. Now we're like, fuck them. We're like, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
We were annoyed.
Oh, you making pizza? Go to hell. Go to hell.
But it is, I don't buy that one. There's been a lot of like...
It's like the girl like leaning, crying, with pepperoni all over her mouth.
The "This is us" period, Domino's period is one of the most hilarious statements I've ever heard.
It's like, calm down. Calm down.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I was a pretty diligent worker when I worked at like Harkins forever.
Oh, yeah. I think I had a better work ethic when I was younger.
Yeah, me too. But I never like... I don't know. I remember one time... there was like someone coming to like check on the state of the
Harkins
theater, and we had to do all this like deep cleaning and shit. And I remember I hated customer service so much that I just like jumped on it. They're like we need someone to go clean the back room, and I was like, oh, back room, no customers, I'm on it.
Yep.
And I just like I cleaned the shit out of it, not because I like wanted to be a great guy, but because I wanted to stay away from the customers for as long as I could.
100%.
Yeah. And so I was like enjoying myself. Well, I wasn't enjoying myself, but I'd rather be doing that than be like serving customers all day.
Yeah. I was like that initially too when I worked at AMC.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing. It was like, oh, I'll go clean, sure.
Yeah. And the manager came in, and I guess like a lot of time had passed, and he was like, "Oh, you're still here? Well, we're gonna give you tons of star awards. This is amazing." And it's like
free popcorn,
right? And I didn't feel like I did anything crazy, and like I still, of course, got paid for all that time. So it's not like this Herculean feat or anything. It's like I don't know. I don't get that stuff.
Yeah, different time. And people like to be praised for doing what they're supposed to do anyway. And they like to give off the vibe of like being victims.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think it's something that they like that kind of attention.
It's very true. Yeah. And what's weird is that I think I was praised more in those sorts of like entry level jobs than I ever was for like a song or something.
Totally.
Which is like that kind of makes me feel like shit, if anything,
Yeah.
Like I work so hard on this thing, pour your heart and soul in it, and then people are just like, kind of passive. Yeah,
Totally.
Yeah, but
That's how it is
what if
with-
I clean the kitchen and Harkins? Oh, great
Wow,
job!
that's amazing.
You know, it's like, what the fuck?
And that's the problem with the world.
yeah, it really is.
Yeah. But think of all the things we've written.
Yeah, yeah.
Scripts and your books and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's like you do something really superficial at a job, and they're like, "Hey,
Yeah, I know.
upper management written all over you."
Yeah, it's fucked up.
So
yeah.
you can work here for 30 years and then kill yourself. Yeah.
Oh boy,
Hey, street sweeper,
Street Sweeper has returned.
my boy. Boy,
Yeah,
I would just
right.
love to just give that guy a handshake. That's okay. We're rolling along,
man, we
just
are
like
rolling
just
along.
like the street sweeper. We're rolling along. Anyway, sorry if you guys listen on the headphones.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be lots of.
Oh my god.
Here he comes.
Woo! Listen to that shit.
No, he's just like chilling right next to us.
Dude, I feel like it's gonna be like in Uncharted, where this giant it was in the fourth Uncharted, where this giant like armored truck breaks through the wall and starts shooting at like literally like walls don't stop it. It like busts through fucking buildings.
Oh my god,
That's what it is, man. But it's
That's exactly what it
it's
is.
a militant
That's exactly what it
street
is.
sweeper. But hey, the good news is the parking lot's clean.
That's true. Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
walk outside and it's gonna be sparkling.
We're gonna eat our dinner off
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, we will. Might as well.
Yeah.
One more thing I wanted to talk about that I think we could talk about just because it just happened.
Bring it on.
As you guys know, I got back on Twitter and I've been trying to be, I don't know, more lighthearted about the whole thing.
What's this I hear about you being a far right extremist?
That's exactly right. There's a whole plethora of they're clearly younger. I can't discern all the different gens. I don't know Gen Z from Gen X or whatever, but they're like
Gen P.
kids that are like in high school now. That there's just a completely different vibe now that I can't even wrap my head around. There's this app called Whisper, which is you can like say stuff anonymously. I guess that's the whole shtick.
Okay.
And there's a Twitter account that retweets like funny whispers. And this one says Nicki Minaj is better than the Beatles in terms of creativity and success. Google it, which is which is funny.
Yeah.
And but then in the replies, like a ton of people were like unironically true.
Oh god.
Yeah, like a ton of people. And I commented, people who have zero grasp of what music is are going unironically yes.
Yeah.
And then this guy, Zayd, who actually he has like a picture of Doge with headphones.
Oh god.
And in his bio it actually says he's a minor. He's clearly like some fucking Gen Z whatever.
Yeah.
He says no, actually the Beatles suck unironically. And
That's just a common dude. This thing.
there he goes.
That's just a common thing now. I think for younger people is to like it's trendy to not like the Beatles.
It really is, and I
Right?
mentioned that.
And
Yeah,
it's the same kind of thing with like or saying that like a classic movie sucks or something.
Yeah.
It's like it's trendy to say that
Exactly.
because you know it's like you're the counterculture.
That's exactly
or
what
you
I
think
said.
you're the
Yeah.
counterculture. You know?
When I responded to him with, "You're unironically wrong. Their changes, melodies, and instrumentation are all way more sophisticated than Nicki Minaj," which is true. But then this huge like horde of other people that are clearly his age jumped on, and they're just saying shit. None of them actually have a real argument.
Yeah.
Someone just said, "I don't think the Beatles could do it like Nicki," which doesn't mean anything. Someone said, "Kind of gay that you're preaching for a bunch of men like this," and like everyone's just, and none of them have anything to say because they don't like, they're just
These
dumb
are
as
the
fuck,
kind
I
of
guess.
people that I feel like a lot of those kids like they don't really have independent thought yet.
They really don't. Yeah.
It's like they're just kind of in an echo chamber of like really shitty pop culture.
Yeah. And then from that, I tweeted just as my own tweet. Okay, guys, like you said, I get that the Beatles are old enough now that everyone is going through they're not that good contrarian phase, and but if you follow that train of thought, you have to admit that literally no one who is wildly popular right now should have an ounce of fame.
Yeah.
You know?
And my thing is, it's like, okay, so that's your opinion. All right. Who are we going to be talking about in another 50 years?
Yeah.
Are we going to be talking about Nicki Minaj, or are we still going to be comparing the Beatles to people who are popular in 50 years?
Right. Yeah.
So-
and like we said on a previous podcast, like even if you don't like the Beatles, you have to respect them for what they did historically for music.
Yeah.
Like they changed everything.
Yeah.
And they are like, I just don't know. The other thing is people really have trouble separating like the music from the production. I know they both kind of go together, but the funniest fucking thing that happened with Taylor Swift is that which she has been on this big thing now where she is trying to own 100% of all her stuff and write 100% of all her own music. And what that did for me, at least, is...
Dude, this street sweeper, man. I swear, he's been going for like how long? It doesn't take that.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a parking
I know,
lot.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so she's going down this whole route of like, I don't need all these white guys to write my music and to produce my music. And she's come up with a lot of shit. Like, I was never a huge fan of Taylor Swift, but a lot of her classics like Red and Shake It Off and stuff I think are pretty cool for what they are. And the stuff that she's been writing like on her own is just like garbage.
Really?
And so she's really just confirming for me
crutch.
that she needs the crutch.
They also think that like a team doesn't exist to make these people look good.
Yeah. There's a huge support group.
It's like an army, dude.
Yeah. And the thing about the Beatles is that they really didn't have that support group until later, and it wasn't nearly as massive.
No, it's like they had George Martin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The thing with the Beatles is that, well, first of all, just their musical language is way more sophisticated. They modulate a lot, which means they like get out of the key. They know when to use accidentals, and I could go on theoretically about why they're like objectively better than Nicki Minaj. But their melodies are just more thoughtful. The
thing is, dude, they just don't have an ass like Nicki.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So I mean, they're organic output of music from musician to musician. Paul McCartney, John Lennon, they're all already better musicians than Nicki Minaj just from that.
Yeah.
But then, here we go.
Just let it happen.
Yeah.
Just let it happen. That's all you can do at this point.
But then you put them together, we're like, three of them were good writers. George Harrison, too, is a great writer.
Yeah.
And then you add Ringo, and not only are they all good musicians making each other's songs, but they're all great songwriters. So they're this really intricate group. Now what you have is like when you have Nicki Minaj, you have like this woman who can... I don't know how good of a singer she actually is, or even if she does really sing. A lot of people these days just like, they have like obnoxious... I don't get any of that shit these days. There's like nothing going on. And I don't know if she writes her own lyrics. Even if she does, they're really not that incredible. People are always talking about like she's spitting bars, but
very deep,
they're freaking awful. And then below that, there's this team of like 20, 50, however many fucking people that are making it actually sound good through production.
Yes.
So
I think they finally turned off the
they just did.
the noisemaker.
So anyway, I don't know, man.
It's just trendy to hate on something that's an institution.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And they I don't know, man. People like that, it's like I don't know, like the whole school of thought now is just weird.
Yeah, it's really, and they have no. It's like they're not even hiding the fact that they have no counter argument. Like these people, they're all just like memeing, and they think they're funny because they're like being mean and saying jokes.
It's almost like they don't have their own sense of humor or their own sense of like being rebellious. They just copy what other people are doing.
Yeah.
It's like it's not even free thinking. Like, I'm fighting against the man. It's like, no, I'm fighting against the man because someone else told me to.
Yeah.
It's
the thing
fucking lame.
Yeah. When I was teaching like lots of high school aged kids in like 2017, they were all pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like they were all really chill, and like I could actually talk to them like a friend, and like it was cool. They were good, competent people, but like the shit. I think it's
just
more
a 4-year gap. That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's just a 4. Yeah, they're just like everyone's just like insane now.
Yeah,
and it also might be a demographic thing because like those were kids who like actually wanted to be musicians.
Yeah,
and these are just from random shits on Twitter.
Yeah,
So, but even so, it's like it's kind of scary. Like it makes me really frightful for what these people are going to turn into in 10 years.
I feel like the difference between us and then people who like graduated from high school like 10 years before us wasn't that huge of a gap.
Yeah,
but I feel like the difference between us and those kids now is like huge.
Yeah,
like radically different. I think social media is one of the main reasons why people are so radically different and so weird, and how like certain ways of thinking get perpetuated way more quickly.
Yeah,
because of social media, and everyone's so plugged in, and everyone's so. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's sad, man. I think we were really fortunate that we didn't like really get into that until our teen years.
Yeah,
and like I think both of us didn't get a smartphone until we were like 17 or 18.
Yeah, I didn't get a smartphone until right around there.
Yeah.
And even then, it wasn't like now.
Yeah. And Facebook wasn't that big of a thing.
Yeah, and it's like it doesn't. I don't know, man. Like it's just. But we were right on that cusp, where it's like you grew up with just a bit of technology, but it wasn't all consuming.
Right.
And now it's all consuming.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know, people that are older than us are probably laughing. Like, oh, you guys aren't even old. But it just goes to show, it's like at our age, it's like even if we're not old, by your perspective, it's like looking at people that are just 10 years younger than us, it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Like it's like aliens, dude.
Yeah, it's very true.
Not all of them. I'm sure there's some cool kids out there, but just from what social media shows, it's kind of like, oh, that's like a whole different world, man.
They're getting fed so much shit,
Yeah.
and I feel like we weren't as fed that much stuff when we were.
No.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I feel bad for them.
And there's so many different sources now.
Yeah,
too, where
yeah.
It's like, holy fuck.
Yeah, it's really it's
like
sad,
Whisper,
man.
what the fuck? I don't know this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Talking about
yeah. But
I'm getting old.
yeah, man, I don't know. And it's also like just the internet. The internet was still wild and fun and just like crazy and exciting when we were kids, and now it's totally just there's reins on it, and
it's weird times. Man.
Yeah, it's just the age of all those fun like indie flash games is over.
Yeah,
that was like the peak of the
Bush
internet.
Shootout.
Yeah, Bush Shootout was the peak of the internet.
It was a game. And my thing is, if we have younger viewers that are watching and are like, wait, what the fuck? Hey, what's going on, guys? There's always exceptions. There's always cool people out there. There's always free thinkers. There's always legitimate rebels and people who are like doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Not hating on you for your age.
Yeah.
But just from what I'm witnessing.
Yeah.
It's like there's a huge disconnect between the generation below us.
Yeah, very true. My friend who's a teacher said this is really funny. She caught two guys like passing notes, and this is like 5th grade, I think, passing notes in the back. And she was originally going to try and pull the sort of like effeminate thing to like make them feel bad. She said she was like, "Oh, passing notes, got some secrets back there." You she was like, she was making fun of like how they're like, and then she said some student was yelled out like "Yes, bae" or something. To her remark, because he was like championing the fact that they were like effeminate or whatever, and then she was like, and she said to me like, I realized in that moment that it's like it's cool to be gay now, so you can't really like use that on them, use that trick. It's funny,
it's a different world.
Yeah, those subtle things that really like those are the moments when you're like, wow, like
it's a different world.
Yeah, things are changing.
World, or just like, or if a teacher like goes off on a kid, it's like everyone like pulls out their phone and starts recording. It's like
like they're copying.
That wasn't a thing before.
And then the teacher starts playing the Beatles on their phone.
Yeah, exactly. This is gonna get flagged, bitches. Yeah,
weird shit. Man.
It's just weird. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know about you, but when I was in high school, there wasn't like hate for gay people or trans people even or whatever. No. But it was still just like, it was like a funny word. Like every guy called every other guy gay, gay. But it was just like, it didn't mean anything.
Everyone was like in that jackass era. Just like talking shit.
But if a guy was actually gay, it was like fine. No one cared. It was just weird. But now it's, now the tables have turned and it's almost like trendy to be gay.
Yeah. If they really want to put you down, they're like, you're a straight white male.
Yeah, right.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit.
But on the other hand, a lot of my students had mentioned how in their high schools they were like chill, normal people, but then there were also like reactionary, hardcore Republicans, like hard, kind of like racist and intense. So like they're polarizing in the world, but they're also like polarizing in high school.
That's weird.
Which is sad.
Yeah,
we were at a time when everything was fun.
Yeah, people weren't hyper focused on that, and kids when we were in high school weren't focused on politics.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit. No one gave a shit. Yeah, no one thought about it. Yeah,
I was focused on lunchtime and being nervous about talking to girls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but now all that that reactionary stuff and that hatred that is in politics has gone into high school, and it's kind of sad.
Yeah, well, but it seeps in because of social media.
Right? Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah,
because it's in your face.
Yeah, it's all connected. Sad.
Wow, this podcast, man, we got all over the place, dude. The noises disoriented us.
They did.
Made us. One more break, guys, and then we'll wrap this one up.
All right.
And then we'll check on the Coyotes, too.
Boop.
Now, when you buy the Sega Genesis that comes with Sonic 1, you'll get Sonic 2 absolutely free. Sonic 2 handles stubborn stains, embarrassing bald spots, no problem. It even slices and dices, makes thousands of julienne fries. But wait, you can play it too. This free Sonic 2 is a $54.99 value. You get 2 Sonics for the price of 1. Sonic 2 fits easily into any tackle box. Made from a space-age polymer plastic for years of family fun. And pets love it too. Buy the Sega Genesis that comes with Sonic 1 and get Sonic 2 free.
Act now. Wiener Dog sweater sold separately.
Introducing new Fruit
Fruitomic Punch Gushers with a taste that's gonna drive you fruity. It's very, very different. And totally appealing. It's new Fruitomic Punch Gushers, the fruit snack bursting with juicy fruit punch in the middle. So fruity, they'll really turn your head.
Whoa, I'll say.
New Fruitomic Punch Gushers. The blast of fruit punch is gonna drive you totally fruity.
Man, I got a split.
And welcome back.
Welcome back. What's the score? You said Coyotes lead?
4-3 Coyotes.
They're pulling through. I told you guys.
There you go.
And speaking of, to wrap up, we're going to do a little history segment.
Yes.
This day in history, U.S. hockey team beats the Soviets in the Miracle on the Ice. In one of the most dramatic upsets in Olympic history, the underdog U.S. hockey team, made up of college players, defeats the 4-time defending gold medal winning Soviet team at the 13th Olympic Winter Games in Lake Placid, New York. The Soviet squad, previously regarded as the finest in the world, fell to the youthful American team 4-3. Same score.
Whoa, wait.
Before a frenzied crowd of 10,000 spectators.
Everything's connected.
That's weird. 2 days later, the Americans defeated Finland 4-2 to clinch the hockey gold. Wow, dude, that's weird. What a coincidence.
What are the odds?
We could check news that just happened like just now if there's anything cool. Just to see.
I like living in the past. Yeah, we can check the news, sure.
No, I totally understand.
Let's see. Corey Taylor officially hates new rock music.
Okay.
I don't even know who Corey Taylor is.
Oh God, have you seen the Cruella trailer?
No, I feel like I won't like it.
Oh, of course you won't.
Yeah. 16 things we know so far about the new Cruella movie.
Oh man.
Wolfgang Van Halen performs Distance acoustically. I saw that.
Oh, sweet.
Love him. When Motorhead Festival show became onstage fight. I love Motorhead.
Like Motorhead.
They were great. They were awesome.
Oh man.
Looks like the Suns are crushing the Trailblazers.
Beautiful.
Dude, the Suns have been just killing it.
Suns are, yeah.
They've been doing really well. So it's like, I don't know if they'll fuck up in the playoffs, but we'll see what happens. But I would love to see them like go the distance.
Love our AZ teams.
Yeah, we do. Well, for a long time they were terrible.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Like, they were really bad. So it's like you finally see them doing well with Devin Booker, and it's like,
That's
all
nice.
right, cool. Want to end on The Mandalorian?
I guess, yeah. The actor.
Marvel reportedly eyeing Pedro Pascal for MCU role. Yeah, because let's give it to an established actor and not give it to a new actor. You know?
Yeah, and that's weird to put the same actor in a different thing under their
I don't like
umbrella.
when they do that. Well,
Yeah.
going back to the Jennifer, what's her name?
Lawrence
thing. It's just like, okay, you've already played a part in that universe. Like,
Yeah,
kinda like,
exactly.
I mean, it worked for Chris Evans as Captain America and Human Torch, but
It
like,
had been so long.
It had been so long, but it's like, it's just kind of weird. It's almost like Ben Affleck being Daredevil and Batman. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I gotta be honest, I don't understand Pedro Pascal. I mean, I haven't seen that much of his work.
Yeah.
I saw him in the sequel to Wonder Woman, which was pretty shitty altogether.
I've seen him with a helmet.
But I just he's pretty lackluster for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just whatever. I don't understand. He's like this big star now. Whenever you go to Disney, you just immediately become like the the next thing.
And then you speak out against them, and then Mickey puts you in shackles.
Yeah. And then Cruella is kind of exactly what we were talking about with Wizard of Oz last time.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're kind of like trying to humanize a villain that shouldn't be humanized. Her name is Cruella DeVille.
Yeah.
Like she's supposed to be just this. She's just the bad person,
Piece
the
of shit,
villain.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah. Like you don't need any more than that.
Yeah.
And it's just stupid when they try to like reverse it. It's like no, actually they're a good person.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
She just likes to kill puppies.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
She's great.
Oh.
Wasn't Jeff Daniels in the original one? The live action one? I thought he was.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, that was
God,
fun.
I have only vague memories of that.
Yeah,
Vague
I haven't seen that
recollections.
since I was probably, I don't know, dude, like 6.
Yeah,
Maybe younger. I don't know.
but yeah, I can't wait to see how they're gonna fuck up this one. You know?
Oh, give them time. Anyway, guys, this one was kind of all over the place. We had distractions. We went on rants. But as always, thank you for joining us. Thanks for sticking with us. Like, subscribe, share, and remain unfazed.
Take care, guys.